sharing it with you guys now. So, is it all visible?
Yep.
Okay, inshallah. Barakallahu Fik, Jazakallah khair for your time. I will try to keep it very brief. Today's motivation to give you an overview about the Ramadan and Eid events which are coming for 2023. Specifically in coming 2 to 3 months, I would say 2 months specifically, and the target would be to give you an overview focusing on the event where we need the most help. We will have a short interaction discussion on it, on the points which maybe are unclear or questions, and then very clearly where we need volunteers, and we can do the registration process by the end of this meetup, or we can keep it an online availability that you can choose or decide on later based on your calendars, inshallah. So we have 3 main events coming up. The first event which is coming up is a team building, group building event on 18th of this month. That means next Saturday, if I am correct. And this same day will also be a Ramadan Halqa. It will be a crash course where main in 25 to 30 minutes main points about tips how to prepare for Ramadan, like how to set goals and stuff will be discussed. On 1st of April, this is the main focus of today's meeting. This is where we are planning Ramadan Fest, and this is our first. I won't say it is our first attempt. We have done it before, but this would be our first attempt to make it the biggest Ramadan Fest ever, inshallah, and in the best possible way. We will come to the details later. And third event for sure is the Eid, the Kinderfest event. This during the group building event we will have more details about the Kinderfest, but today's meeting is mainly about the Ramadan Fest. So Ramadan Fest will be held on 1st of April 2023, and it will be between 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. It includes the preparation and cleaning time, everything. So actual starting time for this event will be at 18, and hopefully at that time iftar will be around at 18:45 or something. And this I will give you a more detailed overview what it will comprise, but actual event will be for the people to come in will be around between 18 to 20, so 2 hours of total duration, and it will be in Mensa Reichenhainer Straße. And this is where we will get the complete big hall. I will give you an image of what I mean. I think you guys have seen it. Most of you have been there, but I will give you an image just to visualize what I am talking about. But we will receive it. We will be paying for rent for it, and we have to return it as it is. That means preparation as well as organizing the event, and then cleaning and returning as it is the total aim from our as a team perspective. Why we will be organizing such an event, Ramadan Fest? 2 main reasons. One, that what we as Muslims are always obliged to do is to give dawah, to give to non-Muslims. Can you guys still hear me? I think my microphone just turned off.
No, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Is it?
Yes, we can hear you, Aqib.
Okay, sorry. So, as I said, main 2 objectives. One, dawah to non-Muslims, and here we are focusing on the students. We are also focusing on professionals in kitas, in schools and universities, all those people who are possibly along the large time with our children, with our future progeny. And that's why it is important for us to make them understand what our belief is about, why it is that it's from the outside just looks like rules and regulations, but what is the core of our religion. Second main objective is to celebrate Ramadan, so actual celebration of Ramadan, and this means celebrating it with different communities here and with with families, with friends, and to also show and broadcast the unity and magnanimous aspects of Muslim community. How we are going to do it is that we have four main parts of the complete event. On the day of event, we will have a welcome section, welcoming message. We will have people coming in. They will be sitting around. Seating arrangement is something I will talk about. But once they are all seated, well, it is around 18 or 1805 or 1815. It will start with welcome information as well as interaction section. This is where the stage area of the Mensa will be used to where the hosts as well as speakers will be providing some information, some discussion where all the audience will be listening to or seeing towards. Yeah. Then we'll come to the point of iftar and salah. This is when the iftar time will be coming up. All the Muslims will do iftar and have jama there in the mensa directly, and followed by then a section of dinner, which is serving the iftar and table interaction. This is where whether you are sitting with a non-Muslim, providing them some information, if they are asking some questions, interacting with them, providing them while having the dinner, and finally with thanking and closing up. This is a very initial abstract of all the information I'm providing you. So if you guys have any questions or clarifications, please feel free. But for now, I will just provide you information, then we can come back to any questions you have. So if you have something, just mark it down for now, slide and stuff, and then we will come back. So this is how it will look like. If those who have not been into the Mensa Reichenheimer Strasse, the first floor, it is a big room and it has seated table arrangements. It has some rectangular seating arrangement. It also has some corner seating arrangement which feels better for a group. It also has a square seating arrangement, and it has at the main thing a stage area at the start, which you guys might not have seen, but there is an area which opens up, and there is an podium where speaker can or host can provide information, have a microphone system is there, and we probably would be having a projector and stuff probably to provide the information required for all the audience. This is how it will look like. This is how the sitting arrangement will look like. The whole hall will comprise of the whole big Mensa room. All the seats will be kept as they are. No changes will be provided to that, but we will divide the sections. So starting with the table format, or let me go directly first, the overall big picture. We will have guests, professors, students at the front, and the families with kids which might need attention, which might make a little bit noise, want to play. They will be at the back. And then in this section, for each table, we have two formats. We have interculture and intra-culture format. So interculture, in a sense, Europeans sitting with Asians, so non-Muslims with Muslims. So this is optional. Everyone can decide on where they can be seated. As well as there is intra-culture. It would mean, for example, Tunisians sitting with Moroccans, and we for sure will be providing segregation possibility. We will be keeping for seats, for example, for intra-culture, it will be different countries, but for sisters separate, brothers separate. We will be providing them option. They can decide on how they seat. Yeah, but we will provide them all the options as well as for interculture. Finally, the kids play area. For those who have been in the Mensa, there is on the corner an area where kids can play, like small kids and the age of 4 to 8, they can play around, and we can think about how to maybe have at least some team members to focus on kids, that parents can eat calmly, and maybe they can keep the children entertained.
Just Sorry, one question.
Yeah.
Did you just share something? Because I don't see anything, or you just explained it?
I am sharing
No.
constantly, sorry.
We see this. I mean, I think you don't.
It's only me? Okay.
Is everyone seeing?
Huh?
Are you seeing? I mean, maybe you have to change some screen settings. Okay, but others are seeing.
I will
Yes.
try.
Okay.
Sorry for
Alas, no
interrupting.
problem. Thank you for telling. It is I'm recording it anyways, but just in case, try to see if you can change the settings. Second part comes into the of more details about how the food, like the iftar part, will be planned. So here we had to discuss with the Mensa how it will be easier for them to give us the place, and what they decided on is that we will have packed food. So we will have food, we will have harira, we will have like soup, we will have rice and chicken and stuff. So this is a complete different team and section for it, but we will have it packed. And an area, Essen Lager Tisch is an area where we will store it or we will keep it before all the members are seated and the initial discussion will start, and prayers are finished. If their prayers are finished, then this section will be providing or placing the food directly on the tables of the guests. So here, as you can see, that Falah team members will be taking care of different sections of the whole room. So all the guests will remain seated, and it's only the Falah team members who will be distributing the food. So to ensure that there is no spillage, there is no confusion, and that the guests can focus on more of an interaction or listening to what the speakers are saying. And for sure, final aspect of cleaning, collecting the wastage and cleaning the tables and stuff. This is also a part where we ensure that we give the whole room or whole mensa as it was. Yeah. Coming to a little bit details on the what we need for now. This is I'm giving very abstract information because I have detailed the initial draft of how will be the process flow, and we will go next into the discussion as well, questionnaires as well. But just to give you an overview of what we need from help is from, for example, for marketing team. This is the team which takes care of not just marketing, making just the flyers and stuff. Rather, where should the flyer or poster be distributed? Who is to be invited? There would be a list, and those who can invite them personally within ticket or invitation card. This is something which becomes the task of marketing team. This will also include having maybe a few days before having an stand in Mensa for people, for Muslims, non-Muslims to know that there is an event coming up, even after having a poster and a flyers there, because this way we will have indirectly two targets. We will be also kind of telling to everyone Ramadan is here, yeah, because it will be Ramadan Fest, and we will have. So these are some details, but this will come into the category of marketing team. Now, logistic team is the one who will be taking care of material which need to be distributed, which need to be brought from place A to place B. You can imagine here, if on the day of event we would need some big poster, might need some decoration material for kids section. We would need some this gobble, this material for collecting the waste and stuff. So all this comes into logistics team, as well as providing material to those who are cooking and bringing their cooked food from the place where they are cooking to that of the venue. So this is the logistics team. And event management team is more of an active muscle throughout on the day of event, where this event management team can have team members from logistic team as well, or marketing team as well. But event management team means that on the day they are those who are then taking care of registrations, like people coming in, ensuring that they get seated in the registered seat they had, or helping them in finding a seat, as well as taking care of distribution of food on the day, so after iftar and stuff. So this comes into event management team. Yeah. I hope I did not miss up something important, but these are three main teams. And as I said, marketing team and logistic teams are something which are just before the event, and they together can be united at the end as an event management team that would be on the day of on the event day itself. Before I give you very fine details, are there questions till here? Maybe I will go back to these two slides. Is it clear what is Ramadan Fest? What is our target? What is our target? Why Ramadan Fest? What is the very basic abstract level plan for it? Different steps. How is from the perspective of venue, how is the perspective of food distribution and stuff, how team members, event management team is then in charge of the whole event, and how is the possibility of seating arrangement, that we for example put labels on the tables that people know, and that event management can guide also them. And that these are the three main sections of teams which we need as volunteers, which we need for the event of Ramadan Fest. Is till here any query and question? I will stop the recording because this will be a now discussion part.